From 3 News Now and the Omaha World-Herald, this is Omaha Sunday Morning with Jennifer Griswold.
This week on Omaha Sunday Morning, the warm weather has more people using 2 wheels to get around town. But pedal power isn't the only thing getting them from point A to point B. How Omaha's public transportation is giving them a boost. And we've all sung along to Take Me Out to the Ball Game with the crowd, but could you take the field and belt out the Star-Spangled Banner all alone? One columnist at the Omaha World-Herald decided to give it a go. Good morning and thanks for joining us this Sunday. I'm Jennifer Griswold. A trip to the doctor in January led to an unexpected diagnosis for an Omaha man, a rare cancer found in his abdomen. The 46-year-old father of 2 was ready to fight it and decided he would not let chemo treatments change his lifestyle. Doctors often tell patients going through chemo to stay active. And as Omaha World-Herald visual journalist Brendan Sullivan shows us, he is exceeding expectations.
3 seconds, 2, 1, shake it out.
If I were coming to the end of my days, I wouldn't want to spend them sullen and depressed, you know, that sort of thing. I'd just soon be trying to motivate and inspire people right up to the last minute. One of the things that both the oncologist and the surgeon said, you know, if you can stay active, it's going to be better for you in the long run. So I said, game on. These classes are about an hour each, fairly intense. I've still managed to do around 10 classes a week. So, you know, I go as hard as I can. I can't go all out or still do burpees for a full minute, but I'm gonna, you know, I give it the best shot that I can. I didn't tell anybody that I was going through this for the first month and a half, and nobody knew the difference, and that was my goal. So even the days where I have to wear my chemo pump, I just spin it to the back, strap it on tight, hide it under my shirt, and act like it's not there. 3.5 months into this, I still have not Googled malignant signet cell carcinoma. I mean, it doesn't matter. The doctor says it's pretty rare, but they're treating it. The treatment's working. I don't know the stage. Again, you know, you can Google it and half of what you read is going to be, oh, that's no big deal, to the other half is, oh, you're doomed. Why put that into your mind at all? Again, it goes back to you fight it as hard as you can, no matter what. It doesn't matter what stage. You still fight it even if you fail. It's not so much a tumor or anything that they can remove or radiate. It's more of a mesh of cells kind of on the inside of my abdominal wall. So I started chemotherapy 3 months ago. I really enjoy helping people a lot. I mean, I'm a paramedic full-time. That's just kind of what I enjoy. So to be able to come in here and help people reach their fitness goals, whatever those may be, is something that I really, you know, cherish that opportunity. They trust you to tell them what they need to do and how much and how hard and that sort of thing. It's a very rewarding experience. You just kind of make a conscious decision. You can either step back and sulk and kind of retreat a little bit, and we absorbed it for that first month or so just within our family, just kind of processing it. But there comes a point where you decide where you're going to give up or you're going to fight with everything that you have, and that's what we chose. Just fight as hard as we could with every option, and whatever happens, happens.
Just incredible. His dedication is inspiring. On occasion, his Wednesdays include teaching classes at 5 and 6 a.m. before heading to a 4-hour chemo treatment. Then he goes back to the studio to lead an early evening class. Wow. 24 Nebraskans are diagnosed with breast cancer each week. Now a new tool is hitting the streets to get patients screened earlier and give them a better chance of survival. The mobile 3D mammography van is the first of its kind in the region. The digital screening replaces X-ray film to produce clearer images and better accuracy. Methodist Women's Hospital says the mobile unit will give more women access to this technology.
You know, we're all busy, and so when you start to think about working moms and other women and all the things that we have on our plate, it was really important for us to figure out what can we do to close that gap.
The community came together to raise money for this. The coach will roll out mid to late summer to businesses in the area. Now to a story of recovery. A team of surgeons at Nebraska Heart Hospital in Lincoln is giving an Omaha firefighter a second chance at life. For CHI Health, it's the first procedure using new technology. 3 News Now reporter Megan Hahn explains how it works.
Artillery line here. I had one in this arm, so they had all kinds of stuff in me.
A life-saving machine acting as a beating heart to pump 51-year-old Mike Arnold's blood.
And this is the wire, the power cord that comes out to make me Iron Man.
A week ago, a medical team with CHI Health performed heart surgery to install the HeartMate 3 left ventricular assist device, which will deliver oxygen-rich blood to Arnold's organs.
Got 2 batteries I walk around with and a monitor that monitors my numbers. So batteries last 12 to 15 hours. And I got backups that I got to take with me all the time.
The tiny device is a lifeline for the longtime Omaha firefighter. For years, Arnold said he'd been fighting his weakening heart.
I couldn't live the way I was, from being so active to not doing anything. I like to cook. I didn't feel like cooking. I like to just stay busy, and I didn't want to do anything but sleep.
Because Michael's heart was failing and it really couldn't meet the demands his body needed to get around. It couldn't get him anywhere. So much that his liver was failing, his kidneys were failing, and he couldn't think. He was really at the end of the road, facing death.
With an uncertain future ahead, the team at Nebraska Heart Hospital needed to operate quickly. The surgery was a success, and now Arnold is headed home soon, showing that a difficult diagnosis can sometimes be a second chance.
Within 24 hours of the surgery, they had me up walking and doing stuff, and I'll be going home 8 days post-op, so it's unbelievable.
Arnold got to head home earlier this week. He says he's grateful to his family and medical team for the speedy recovery. Any good baseball player knows you have to swing for the fences to make it in the spotlight. And that advice applies to other aspirations on the field too. When Omaha Sunday Morning continues, a columnist trades in his pen and paper for a microphone and a chance to shine. In just weeks, the greatest show on dirt will take over downtown Omaha as teams compete for the title of national champions during the College World Series. But there's already a little competition happening on the field, this one pitting voice against voice for the chance to sing the national anthem in front of thousands of fans. Among the pool of possible performers, Omaha World-Herald columnist Mike Kelly. His coworker Sarah Hoffman used her talent to capture the moment.
Well, you know, the national anthem is played before every baseball game. So much so that you think, well, maybe you could just tune it out. But all these people here today were thinking of the words, thinking about what that song means, thinking, you know, people who have died for the country and people just who serve our country. So it's just a reminder that even though we sing it all the time, shouldn't take it for granted. We should really think about the words. Mike Kelly, a longtime columnist for the Omaha World-Herald, and here I am at TD Ameritrade Park auditioning to sing the national anthem for the College World Series.
You are number 16.
All right, good number. Right in the middle.
Right in the middle. That'll be perfect.
But I want to listen to everybody else too.
Okay.
little bit nervous. I've never sung on a microphone in a stadium like that. This is something I'd never done before. So I thought, give it a shot, and it's pretty cool. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. In the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air,
gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled
banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, land of the free, and the home of the brave. Okay, I've got no chance. They are really great. I mean, you hear some of these people are operatically trained. They've already sung in the College World Series. It was just so much fun. It was a learning experience for me too, to get to hear them. And so I'm not sorry I did this. It was great, great fun. It was a thrill, really.
So much talent. Mike did great. They all did great. Warmer weather means more people are hitting area streets on two wheels. Many of those bikers are savvy. They're taking public transportation for part of their route, and it's pedal power after that. Reporter Nick Starling shows us the trend that's really catching on.
DeJuan Hayes heads out to start his day on his bike.
I got into riding my bike around town because my car was too expensive.
The bills piled up from owning a car, so this is his best way to travel. But he also takes his bike on the bus.
Fortunately, I live near numerous bus lines, so I'm able to just kind of walk down the street, hop on a bus to take me just about anywhere I need to go, and then having my bike in between really shortens that time.
Hayes is one of many riders choosing to bring their bikes along. This bar graph shows the busiest day of the week, from just 135 riders in 2008 to nearly 8,000 last year. And in 2017, the busiest days were during the work week, due to more routes offered.
We're thrilled, bring them on.
Metro Transit Marketing Director Linda Barrett says in the past decade, people's habits are changing.
People are more environmentally conscious. People want to spend money other ways than maybe on another vehicle, the cost to maintain it. Exercise. We literally have people that will put a bike on a bus, come into work.
Currently, the buses have just 2 racks on the front, but soon Orbit, the bus rapid transit, will be on the streets, and you can bring your bike inside with you, with the hope of more bicyclists bringing them on.
The Orbit buses will have onboard hanging racks, and we're going to accommodate 6 bikes per bus.
A bus that Hayes hopes will change more Omahans' attitudes when it comes to bringing your bike on the bus.
And we'll also have more space for people and people to bring on their bikes. So that increased frequency, that increased accessibility for folks will just encourage more people to take public transit.
If you want to learn more about where the buses go around the city and about Orbit, go to our website, 3newsnow.com. Still ahead, a freshman at an area high school just won an international award raising awareness about women's issues. What specific topic she's focusing on and the good deed she did after winning her prize money. When Omaha Sunday Morning continues. The old joke is that Nebraska is an Indian word for long way across, something anyone who's made the trek to the lovely Pine Top Ridges in northwest Nebraska can attest to. It's a haul and a half. But the friendly faces that greet you along the way might just make that journey worth it, especially if you stop at a historic inn in downtown Chadron and pull a chair up to the bar that's serving up Nebraska nice with every mug. Omaha World-Herald visual journalist Rebecca Gratz takes us to the Old Main Street Inn.
It's probably as old as we are. You think? Well, you know, if I had my way, I would do this to the day I die because I enjoy it so much. As of next year, the family will have been here 50 years. This kind of a business is not a choice to make a lot of money. I don't guess that I will ever be rich, but I am certainly wealthy because of all the wonderful people that are coming and going. Hello, can I help you? And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work. What keeps me doing it is that it's an absolute joy. The people we have coming and going are incredible people. And when I open the door each day, I don't know what the day is going to bring in. And probably my schedule will be changed, and it'll be changed for the good. And you look stunning today, darling. This place, you know, it's the old saying, bloom where you're planted. But this place is marvelous, and it will cause you to reach a greater height when you throw all the people into it, and people that are so very, very kind. Wow, that's a treasure.
Just got it this weekend from Granddad back in Kansas. So.
Really? I do enjoy it. I don't ever want to quit doing it, but I know at some point I'll probably have to stop. And it's been very good and very rich.
Looks like a great place. The inn is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. It's often said that children are our future, and one local student is proof of that. She can't even drive yet, but she's aiming to solve international women's issues. 3 News Now reporter Lindsay Thies sat down with a student who was recently recognized for creating a video that's raising awareness.
It's the end of the year at Westside High School, and most kids are probably thinking about summer, fun. But Ramya Iyer isn't. She's too busy trying to save the world.
I think there's like superficial things at any stage of life, so it's kind of important to put that aside once in a while and focus on what really matters.
What really matters to Ramya? Issues like child marriage. She wanted to make a video to give attention to the serious topic. According to the International Center for Research on Women, 1/3 of girls in the developing world are married before they're 18, and 1 in 9 are married before they're 15 years old.
These girls will face dangerous health complications, suffer from domestic violence, and are likely to fall into poverty.
This is part of Ramya's finished project, a short, minute-long video with statistics and ways to help girls who become young brides. She taught herself how to do it all. She used 5 different software and editing programs, spreading the work over a month, and did it all on her school's MacBook. In District 66, each student gets a laptop starting in the 6th grade. The 15-year-old entered this video in an international contest from Population Connection, and she placed first among 5,000 students from 50 countries and 44 states. But she's not thinking about the award. Again, she says those are superficial things. Ramya's just happy that the message is getting out there.
I want people to see the video, like that's what it's made for, and so in that sense it's exciting to have like a bit of publicity around it.
What an incredible young woman. Ramya won a $1,000 prize for her video. She decided to give that money to a nonprofit in India that provides education for young girls. Counting calories is a daunting task, and when you're out for an indulgent treat, something you probably don't want to think about. But what's a guy or gal to do when those numbers are staring you right in the face? Editorial cartoonist Jessica Turba has you covered next.
I'm Jeff Katurba. I am the editorial cartoonist for the Omaha World-Herald.
Do you like to dine out, to go through the drive-thru of a fast food joint on the way to work, or to grab a few slices of pie at your favorite pizza chain? And when you're eating that egg and cheese sandwich or gulping down that double crust combo deluxe pizza, are you counting up the calories? If you're anything like me, probably not. As far as I'm concerned, when it comes to how many calories are in pizza, ignorance is bliss. But now, I have no excuse. That's because the Food and Drug Administration is now requiring all restaurant chains with 20 or more locations to post their calorie counts on menus. In case you didn't know it, this new rule goes back to the early days of the Obama administration and was part of the Affordable Care Act. But many restaurants pushed back. But alas, the day of reckoning has arrived, as we see in my recent cartoon on the topic. Here, a guy goes through the drive-thru and orders the 810-calorie meal deal, only to have the person taking his order ask if he'd like to upsize to the 1,235-calorie combo. In the second panel, we see him getting his food, but not sure what he thinks about the new FDA rules. But you ask, what's in the bag? His original lower calorie count order or the upsized version? A protein bar?
And we end this week with a very exciting announcement. Omaha Sunday Morning is growing. Starting next week, we'll be bringing you a full hour of our favorite community stories. Tune in next Sunday starting at 7 a.m. Happy Mother's Day.